Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are talking about the best deck to come out of the TCG exclusives, Warrock. Okay, it's not actually the best deck, but it's hilarious. So, let's quickly talk about this deck that wants to use the battle phase. Terribly. So, all of them have effects after a monster, an Earth Warrior battles. They all have effects that activate. Fortia, after damage calculation, can search. This is when any Earth Warrior, not themselves, just any Earth Warrior. So Fortia can search a card. Goktos doesn't have that effect, but he can special summon himself when a Earth Warrior is normal summoned, so there's that. Wento, during damage calculation, can boost up an Earth Warrior's attack by 800 by paying 800 life points. Very, very nice. Orpheus, or Orpus, can dump a card. Mammund can pop a spell or trap. Skylar can bring back a monster from the graveyard.
But then prevents you from attacking directly?
I don't know why that's the reason, but hey. Meteoragon can negate monsters it battles for the rest of that turn, and monsters with the same name. Also, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Also, it can attack monsters twice. And, well, we'll get into that in a second. Basileos can special summon himself from the hand if a Earth Warrior is destroyed by battle. He can also special summon himself from the graveyard as well. Also, if an Earth Warrior battled, you can boost all of your Warrocks by 200 attack, as well as this card can attack directly. All of the effects of monsters, well, except for Wento and Goktos, when they activate their effects, all of the Warrocks that are currently on the field, not just in general, but currently on the field, gain 200 attack and defense. Or, sorry, I think it's just attack. Yeah, just attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So it's like a very nice boost after battle to, you know, potentially keep them around. It's not enough, but it's nice. Let's talk about Warrock Mountain. This card is crazy. It does everything for the deck, and it's not really that easily searchable. So let's talk about it. First of all, it adds a Warrock on activation. At the start of the battle phase, if you only control warrior monsters, or if you control no other monsters, or just no monsters, you can special summon a Warrock from your hand with a different name from the cards you control. This is very, very good. If your warrior monster would be destroyed by battle, you can send this to the graveyard instead. This allows you to potentially get something like a Fortia's effect off to get an additional search, which is very nice, as well as it just potentially keeps your monsters around. Very solid. We are also playing Triple Dignity. Dignity negates a monster your opponent controls when it activates its effect, or in the battle phase, it can negate anything, just an Omni-negate, basically, as long as you control a Warrock. It's not a good card. It sounds it's so close to being a good card, but it does say you have to control a Warrock. If it didn't have that, it would actually be pretty good, not gonna lie. And then we are playing one Warrock Spirit. It special summons in either attack or defense during the battle phase. That's basically it. It's a monster reborn. So, moving on, we are also playing the DPE engine. It is very easy for this deck to make Verte, and DPE is very, very useful for this deck. So we are playing the Celestial Dasher and 2 Fusion Destinies. We are also playing a million outs to DPE in Gamma Seal, Super Polymerization, and Called by the Grave. These are personally what I think to be the best outs to DPE. You can also play things like DD Crow. You can play things like what is it? Ghost Bell and such. You could also play your own Winter Cherries. Winter Cherries just means that you'd have to banish your own, or banish or something like that, your own DPE. So there's that. There are ways to deal with it, but I think these are the best ways. Just tribute over it, super polymerization it, or called by it. And they also hit just a myriad of different things, which is why we're playing them. On top of that, we're also playing 2 Maxi. That's our only hand trap. The reason being is because we're playing mostly going second options in the Gamma Seals, Super Polys, and such. We're also playing Triple Lightning Storm, 2 Pot of Prosperity, because we do want our extra deck, but we don't want it that much. So, we're playing 2. We really do want to see War Rocks or potentially, you know, Super Polys and stuff like that. So it's very, very nice, and we don't need all of the cards in our graveyard. Also, I know what you're thinking, but don't you want to OTK your opponent? And the answer is no, you don't. You can't. So having Pot of Prosperity have the amount of attack damage that you do, it's not that big of a deal. Trust me. You're only going to be able to kill your opponent on turn, like, 4. Or after. Mostly it's just like, hey, I'm going to break your board and then out-tempo you through getting my battle phase off. So, there you go. Moving on to the extra deck, we are playing 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, 2 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, 1 Dragos Stapelio. This card is absolutely crazy. You should definitely make it if you haven't already, because it requires a Fusion monster and a Dark monster, which is very easy requirements to meet. We're also playing 1 Triumph Overtum and 1 Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. This card can be made if your opponent still has a Verte on their side of the field. You can Super Poly it away with their DPE, and it's very funny. And then, of course, the 1 DPE. We're making 1 Baguska, it's plan B. We are playing 1 Mrs. Radiant, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Verte, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Apollos, and 1 Access Code. Yes, you can make all of them. How often do you make them? No, you don't. Anyway, that's going to be it. So let's hop into the replays and see how this deck performs. Alright, and here we are again going second. We want to go second, so here we go. It's Cyber Dragons. Oh no. Cyber Dragon Dre. Anyway, we're just gonna... Okay, so, I know what you're thinking. Sir, why did you just tribute over a Cyber Dragon Dre? Well, if you look at my hand, right, Fortia currently has 1700 attack, and I have no way to protect it. But what I do have is 2 Gamma Seals. So we're gonna special summon a Gamma Seal to their side of the field, tributing over their monster, and then special summon a Gamma Seal to my side of the field, crash the 2, and then get Fortia in to actually deal damage. But more importantly, search War Rock Mountain. And then boost up to 1900. So we're going to activate the War Rock Mountain to search out the Bashilios so that we could potentially summon it during the opponent's turn and pass the turn. Look, I know, it didn't look very good, but it's fine. So my opponent is going to normal summon the Proto and then special summon out the Natchster and then go for a polymerization of the Cyber Twin Dragon. Now, sure, don't tell him that we can special summon the Meteoragon and then boost up, also negating his effect, and protect ourselves. And then we're gonna search out another War Rock Mountain. We're going to boost up. I'm also going to boost up again, and end the turn because he can't attack again because we negated the effect. We draw a Called By, and we're just going to activate this War Rock Mountain and basically clean up the game. We search out the Wento here because Wento can boost, so yeah, very, very nice. But we are going to special summon out this Bashilios here and then go get the Wento to boost up the attack. Attack right over. Fortia is going to search out another card. We search out Generations, which is a card that I cut from the list because it was really bad, and I ended up just putting in more copies of Lightning Storm. So don't worry about that. But we're going to boost a bit more by an additional 400, deal 32, and then deal another 23. And I could have literally just done this in one less attack by attacking with Wento, but I am bad at math. So there you go. We did it, though. Woo! Alright, so this one actually was not a great duel, but it does showcase a few things that I do want to explain about why this deck is bad. So first of all, we're going to go Fortia into the Gyarados and then just make Baguska. I made Baguska here because it's funny. That's mainly the only reason. But my opponent is going to slap down Dark Magic Circle and search out Eternal Soul. Okay. Kind of a problem. Not that big of a deal, though. Then they're going to go for Piercing the Darkness and pass the turn. I'm guessing that this is most likely an Eternal Soul, and I can't really beat that all that much. So, okay, I draw Gamma Seal for turn, which really sucks, but I'm actually going to tribute over my Baguska to go for Skylar here. The reason I do this is because Skylar allows me to, at the very least, special summon more of my War Rocks that are currently in the grave now, onto my side of the field, as well as I can deal some damage, which is, that's nice. And then they IO us. So, funny thing, IO destroys Dark Magician. And my opponent, the Dark Magician player, has activated it. Okay. I'm also going to activate Dignity here, and mind you, it's not going to do anything. Because it doesn't negate and destroy, it just negates effects. Dignity is terrible. It's fine. Dignity is still one of the best cards that War Rocks have, but it just doesn't do enough, and it's so sad. But yeah, we don't get the War Rock Spirit here, but that's fine because we will still use Skylar's effect in order to special summon out the Fortia. Now, Fortia can't attack directly. In fact, you just straight up can't attack directly the turn you activate Skylar's effect because reasons, I don't know. Anyway, they're going to go and just kill themselves at this point. But it's very funny, so we're going to just sit here and watch them fail miserably. We draw Wento, which is very, very nice. So we're going to normal summon the Wento. They activate their Eternal Soul to search out a dark magic attack. And then we are going to go and attack with the Skylar. And then I accidentally activate the Skylar effect here because I forgot that you cannot attack directly the turn you activate the effect. Anyway, we searched out War Rock's Generations. And at this point, we're just going to make Verte and make DPE and then pass. So, yeah. I didn't need to make this. I could have won, but I'm stupid and don't know how things work. I actually also popped my own Verte and the Eternal Soul, just because in case they end up drawing a Dark Magician, that would not be very nice for me. But they are going to special summon out their Magician Souls, and I'm going to pop that so that they don't get any draws, because, again, they could have potentially gotten rid of this Imperial Order, which, again, don't want. That's scary. But at this point, we have the game sealed. So, yeah, we're going to special summon back the DPE, and they're going to take another 700 damage, and we'll just walk in and kill them. So, I also took this deck into the Fusion Festival, because I realized, hey, I don't really use the extra deck too often. And then I played a whole bunch in the actual Fusion event, and realized how important Verte Anaconda is for this strategy. Yeah. Whoops! Anyway, we drew Fusion Destiny, so it doesn't matter. Let's oh, we also drew Double Called By, which is very funny. Well, I'm going to normal summon out the Fortia, and then we will activate ourselves our Fusion Destiny. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop the Field Spell, because realistically I'm stupid and should have just popped the set card. But I popped the Field Spell because this is actually pretty annoying, and I feel like Fortia can at the very least deal with whatever this is. So yeah, Fortia is going to end up searching here. We're going to search out the War Rock Mountain, and then they are going to activate their effect in order to search out a Fossil Fusion. Ooh, we're playing against fossils. How very interesting. We're going to activate our War Rock Mountain here in order to search out the Wento, and then we are going to set... Oh, sorry. I'm going to Called By here. The reason I do this is because I know that Fossil Fusion specifically requires cards in the graveyard, and it does use either graveyard, but it does need something in the graveyard. So, there you go. Moving on, we're going to set to and pass. We're going to bring back this DPE boy. Back. Anyway, they're going to go for Doki Doki. That's fine. They're going to pitch a Kawaki Maru Wall. They're going to set themselves a Xeno Guitar. And then they are going to activate a Fossil Fusion. To the which I flip up the second Called By, and they scoop. Oh, hold on. Now they scoop. There we go. Alright, so once again, going second, we drew a fairly decent hand. We drew Wento, which is probably one of the best War Rocks, as well as War Rock Mountain, which is very nice, and we're playing up against Destiny Heroes, which means we will have to deal with a DPE. Just kidding, we won't. So this Gamma Seal does nothing. Ah! It's fine. We drew the second Called By. We're just goated with the sauce, you know? We're going to search out the Fortia, normal the Fortia, special summon out the Wento during battle phase, attack in, boost by 800 because it only works during battle with a monster. We're going to search out the Dignity here, just because we already have the War Rock Mountain, might as well search out the Negate. We're going to set 4 and pass. I don't know how I have 4 cards to set in this deck, but I do. They're going to normal summon out the Vision Hero Vion, to the which I negate it, which is dumb, because I forgot that it doesn't search polymerization on normal, it sends a monster on normal. So, I was trying to stop them from getting to DPE because I saw them search out the Destiny Hero Plasma, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just dumb. Whatever. Anyway, they're going to go for the polymerization, and since I know that they can't use their Vision Hero Vion, having this super polymerization means that I'm just going to super poly away their targets. Now, I really wish that I could have made my own DPE, because it would have been funny, but we just go for the starting Venom Fusion Dragon, and at this point, we have the game on lock. They even have Monster Reborn, and I'm like, no, Called By. I just had everything for them, and feels bad. They just proceed to the end phase, and at this point, the game is over. I draw Lightning Storm, which literally does nothing, but it is funny, notably. I'm going to search out Dignity here, just in case that card was actually something. It wasn't, but what if it was? Alright, so let's see what our opponent has for us this time. We drew Wento again, as well as Mountain, and Fusion Destiny, which means that they are most likely only going to be summoning out their DPE, but we have the Gamma Seal for it. This is, again, why I am playing Gamma Seal, Super Poly, followed by all of these things. So I'm just going to drop a turtle on them. Then we're going to go for the Warrock Mountain here, and they ash that, to which I say, that is fine. I'm actually okay with that. While it does hurt that we can't get Fortia here, I am always going to be summoning out this Wento, and summoning out Mamoond is also very nice here, because they do have a back row. So we're going to attack in with the Mamoond, we're going to boost up by 800, attack over the Gamma Seal, pop their back row, which is a called dive, which doesn't really do anything, but it might. Who knows? We have Maxi, potentially it could have done something. But here they go. They're going to activate Dasher in order to special summon out Edge here, to the which I go, that's a bit odd, but okay. So we know that we are playing up against the Cyberdark kind of deck, and yeah, they're going to go for the Chimera tech, or sorry, they are Chimera. They're going to set their Power Bond so that they can use their Celestial to draw 2 cards. Then they will go for a 3 material Chimera tech over Dragon. At this point, things are actually looking pretty scary, given the fact that they can just attack over all of our monsters. But I drew Gamma Seal, so it's fine. We're good. Never punished. They're going to send some cards. They're going to go to the battle. Here, I have to specifically not protect with Warrock Mountain. Otherwise, I die. If I protect once, I die. So I just don't protect, and then we pass the turn. They take 24. This set card has to be literally nothing. Otherwise, I lose the game. So I'm going to Gamma Seal them. Okay. I'm going to activate Warrock Mountain. Hope and pray that this is not Judgment. If this is Judgment, I lose the game right here. Not Judgment, fantastic, we get our search. We search for Meteoragon, and then they waited. They had a response. They had something that they could activate, and I go, oh no, is this actually MST or something like that? Please don't be. Please don't be. Okay, Meteoragon comes down. This game is sealed, so I'm going to just attack in. I'm not even going to activate the effect until after damage calc, just to boost up by an additional 2800 or 200, and then we're going to set the dignity that we drew and pass the turn. They're going to activate Claw. This is just a formality. They literally can't do anything. They're going to search out their thing, then they're going to search out Dragon, and they're going to search out another card, and then they're going to realize that they literally can't do anything. Yeah, they literally just don't even summon their monster, knowing that the game is over. I draw Dignity, which is not great, but hey, at least we have it. But good game. All right, and here we are, once again, drawing Fusion Destiny and Lightning Storm. Fantastic. Love to see it. They are going to activate their Dragonmaid Hospitality in order to special summon out Tinkek, and then they are going to activate Welcome and set another card. Cool. Well, we draw Fusion Destiny. It's fine. We're going to Lightning Storm here, destroy all of the back row. They're going to protect their life points a bit. We're going to normal summon out the Fortia, activate Fusion Destiny to go into DPE. Woo! And then I'm going to set the second Fusion Destiny because it's a dead card, and then we're going to pop their monster because guess what? I don't want them to get their effect. So I'm going to pop it and then just proceed to the battle phase. We're going to search out Dignity here. I'm not going to lie, I don't know why I searched out Dignity here instead of Warrock Mountain. I just did. And then they destroy all of our monsters in attack position. However, DPE comes back, and Fortia comes back. And we just get to freely special summon Meteoragon, which is, hey, I'll take it. We draw Skylar, which we are going to promptly special summon thanks to the effect of Dasher. So, you know, Skylar's now on the field. But at this point, the game is over. That Lightning Storm killed them. The fact that they bricked killed them. And we have a whole bunch of monsters now on our side of the field. Hooray. Good game. Now, if I've done my job correctly, you are most likely thinking, wow, Snow, this deck looks super cool and super fun. It looks like it can actually beat DPE. It has good plays. It can beat opponents just by hitting over the head with a brick. And to that I say, oh, young innocent child, you are sorely mistaken. That is not the case. This deck is terrible. Don't play this deck. If you have read any of these cards, they are so close to being good. If Fortia or any of these level 4 or lowers just floated when they were sent to the graveyard, it'd be good. If Warrock Mountain just once per turn protected from battle, it'd be better. If all of these other level 5s didn't have these really weird restrictions, or if any of their effects activated when they declared battle instead of just after actually battling, they would be good. But most importantly, if you didn't have to play so many of them, it would be good. If you only needed to see, like, Fortia, or Gaukus, or Gakos, or Wento, and you could see the rest of your deck, it would be great. Because you could play more other cards, going second options, more Lightning Storms, more Droplets, more Gamma Seals, more what have yous, right? But instead, we are stuck playing so many War Rock cards, and none of them are good. I love this deck. I will continue to play this deck 100%, and I will lose miserably. But it is so fun to just grab a club and bonk your opponent. In just, like, literally, it is a flimsy, wooden, just like, it's like a pool noodle, and you're just bonking people over the head with a pool noodle. It's so fun. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.